I'm going to say there's some people in the sphere. I'm not doing hashtag Nerdrotic is right because it was a lot of people. Christian Toto, Chris Gore, yours truly, Az, Mahler, Clownfish TV. Anybody who was even kind of covering the strike said, you are walking into a trap. To set this up, investment money came in because of streaming, Chris, as you know. Hollywood had been setting up streaming for a long time. As a matter of fact, I remember when I was working at Technicolor and they were talking about it then. That was 2009. And they were talking about set-top boxes, and that's the future because, you know, your PlayStation had Netflix or Hulu on it or whatever. And they're like, everything's going to be on this. So that was early days of streaming. I know for a fact that Disney Plus had been worked on for a minimum of 6 years prior to it coming out in 2020 because the old co-host of the show, if you've been around since the very beginning, John Reed, used to work at Netflix, and they poached him to work on Disney Plus. So he was building the streaming service in 2014. So they put a lot of money, but there was a lot of investor money, as you know. Lots of outside money. It wasn't making any money. As a matter of fact, God, this was years ago. It might have cost more. I think the number was $15 billion they put into streaming. Disney alone. They do all this. They have they have the rollout, and wow, it's at the perfect time, Chris, during COVID when everybody's trapped at home. It was the most amazing coincidences of all time. It has to be top 3 amazing coincidences in the history of the earth is, we're all going to launch our streaming services when everybody's trapped at home. Lucky us. It's almost like they were tipped off. That's what I'm saying. So they release it, and wow, it does gangbusters at first. And they decided in their infinite wisdom, and this is the problem with a lot of corporations and a lot of stock market in America, we assume these people make a lot of money and they're smart, and they're not. And what they decided to do was this, like that peak that they obviously were in when everybody was home. They're like, it's going to be like this all the time. To some stockbrokers' credit, they're like, no, it's not. It's not going to be like this all the time. I'd be cautious. And it fell apart really fucking quick. So that happens, and AI comes along. That's a bubble that's going to burst. And they go on strike. They go on strike for more money. And they almost should have gone on strike they should have gone on strike in 2019. They couldn't because the contract wasn't up, but that would have been a good year for them to go on strike. Things were going pretty good. 2023, horrible year to go on strike. You had just shut down your industry. You come back. You're not back yet. As a matter of fact, they're still not back. But the reason they're not back is not because of COVID. It's because of the strike. And that's why we have this. LA production activity, Chris, falls below 2023 strikes, led by a sharp drop in reality TV. So I wanted to bring that one up because reality TV was a nice little crutch for Hollywood production, for a lot of things. It really breathed new life into Hollywood. You remember, Chris, this was even before the strike, before it was considered writing, but man, reality TV was an endless opportunity to have really low budget shows that make a lot of money. That they make a shit ton of money because they're such low production. You know what's killing those, Chris? YouTube, TikTok, they're done. Reality TV's done. And why would you go there when you could just go to YouTube? All right. So the decline of location shoots has led to a sharp drop in reality TV production. So, by the way, just to reiterate, the amount of productions in LA are below. They were below the number they were at while Hollywood was on strike. Not before, after, while they were on strike. They were still seeking locations and stuff, and there was still stuff going on. And it's below that. So it's below when things were practically shut down. It's nuts. LA production woes continue. Production volume fell to its lowest level since the pandemic of the third quarter 2025 location shoot days in the LA area, and it's down to 3,000, below 3,000. So things aren't looking good. What's the word on the street, Chris?
It's not going to get better. Like I talked to someone who's like prominent in the AI space to see what, where this is going. It's just going to get more and more use of AI. It'll be for things like second unit, face replacement, blowing a special effects. It really bugs me because if you look at, just take a step back, look at everything big tech. They walk into every industry and they say, this is a great business you have going. We're going to take 30% and we're going to pay everyone less. We'll run your business more efficiently, but you're going to make less money. We're just going to find a way to upend your business. It happened to taxis with Uber. It happened to hotels with Airbnb. So who's struggling? People, it's just people making less money and big tech taking a big chunk. And AI is this asteroid coming to destroy the economy that no one is paying attention to. Well, there'll be a small number of people that will be billionaires, and there'll be a lot of people out of work or making barely any money. So the T2 War of the Machines that we talked about is going to be very unsexy. It's going to be on an economic level,
Yes.
not a fighting robots level. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Our economy has spent so much time protecting the petrodollar, which we need. You can't get rid of it. If you got rid of it now, everything would fall apart completely.
Right.
But they got a blind spot to this.
But I do believe there'll be some indies that if they get ahead of the curve, will be able to be competitive with Hollywood. What it may end up doing in the long run is even the playing field from independent creators and Hollywood. Because if you look, a running theme of a lot, your show and a lot of YouTube channels is Hollywood can't shepherd IP.
No.
That appeals to the fans. They're only good at destroying it, milking it to death, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, whatever. They're milked to death. And people want stuff that's new, right? And, with the help of AI, I mean this on an effects level. And I also,
Zoom,
in this conversation, so you remember the volume?
Yes.
How popular the volume is?
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to my buddy Jim Agnew, who's like, you can get a volume stage for 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, the bottom fell out.
The bottom fell out. No one wants to use it now. It was a big trend, and now people are like, we can use AI. They're just giving it away or offering it for half off because volume stages are going to be gone. That bubble burst. That bubble came up. Hey, everyone's using it. Then we got to hate use it because you could spot it.
You could absolutely spot it.
And now
Quantumania might be the worst. Ahsoka and Quantumania might be the worst.
Yeah. Now it's that thing is going to go away.
And they spent so much money on that, dude.
They spent so much money, and all those stages are going to close.
And all the people who work there, gone.
Yeah.
And this is why it was telling when, thanks to Robert, I got to talk to one of the negotiators who had worked I think he worked on the Orville, but he was one of the negotiators for the Writers Guild.
I watched that.
I really just wanted to get answers, right? And the two questions the one question I had is, and he gave me an answer on it. It's like, who gets to see streaming numbers? Who gets to see real streaming numbers? And it's very few people, but one of those few people is the heads of the union, supposedly, but nobody else. He also said something very interesting when Robert asked him a good question. It's like, well, what about AI? He's like, well, we don't want to get rid of AI. We want to have control over it. That's paraphrasing what he said. So it was a fight for control over AI. It wasn't a fight against it. Like they know they couldn't stop it.
I do think with anything big tech, it always comes in with these like, it'll change everything. Remember when phones were free? You'd sign up for like a 3-year contract, and you get a free phone. Then it became buy one phone, get a second phone free. Now it's phones are $1,000.
Phones are a PC.
now like Uber. I remember taking an Uber ride for $4.
Yep.
It was so cheap. Now a trip to the airport from Pasadena to LAX is $130.
Oh, you might as well drive and park yourself at that point. If you're just
That's
leaving
right. So what I mean is big tech starts with these.
They get you in. Yeah.
It's free. It's free. It's free. And then it's not. And then it becomes.
That's an old adage. First one's free, kid.
Well, they integrate it into your life. You're like, well, I can't ever not use this. This is so great. And then it becomes unaffordable. We're seeing play out now live, like in our lifetime. I feel like I've lived enough life where you notice trends and you see things. One of the recurring themes in science fiction is just because we can do this, should we do this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the Twilight Zone episodes were warnings about things that, should we do this? Is this really a thing we should do? I mean, should we bring back dinosaurs? I don't know. Should we? Will it disrupt things in a way that it's going to create billionaires and trillionaires, and then it'll be the widest wage gap, which is like class disparity. It'll be like the world of Soylent Green, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that struck me about that is that, wow, everyone's either really rich or really poor.
So disrupt Hollywood disrupted. It's not interrupted, it's disrupted, and it can't go back. And I talked about it yesterday. I think as an industry, it's a 20th century model. And as we've seen throughout the 21st century, the models of the 20th century have been slowly dying out. Mm-hmm. And there will be a time, there'll always be scripted something as far as entertainment. But as far as it being the driver, the peak, Hollywood and a Hollywood movie was the peak of creativity. It melds music, visuals, everything. And that's where the most talented people wanted to go. You wanted to be an actor and stuff. Before that, it was music, but now for a long time it was Hollywood. And now that's not the case. That is just, so they're not even getting the most talented people now.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.